Hey beauties, good evening to you. So beautiful people. As per usual, watching the news and um, the finance minister and other was talking about the whole revenue shortfall, that happened, that has not happened in a long time. And he was saying that people, that we don't have to get hit through more taxes in terms of fixing that shortfall and getting it up from below par to par and above. And I remember when they had the fairly recent budget, the sitting House of Representatives, and the Prime Minister was speaking, and he says, "We'll listen to you. We'll listen to people. Whatever advice we'll listen." I suppose he will pick sense out of nonsense. I say it this way because I'm not an economist, but I don't think I'm that dull. Let's say it that way. I have a suggestion. Because of the brain drain that, and for me, you have a lot of misfits, whether public or private sector, in public or private sector organizations, meaning you have people who are probably low, possibly semi-skilled, in positions that require high-skilled or highly educated people. So you have low-educated and semi-skilled or low-skilled people in these positions, because you have a number of people a lot of the people migrate because the pay is not commensurate with their level of education and or their level of training, their expertise. So they have to get pay that matches, that is commensurate with what they have attained education and the skill sets that they would have garnered over the years. And with that being said, what can be done is that more training opportunities being offered to people at a reduced cost, or maybe through grants, through aids, through scholarships. Promote more people, look at the ones with not just potential but are moving in their potentiality. For example, some of us who would love for people to pay for us to do, or like me, my PhD, you can probably contribute to us since we're giving back to the country through public sector working. We work with the public sector organizations, get us in more training, field. Being trained based on the nature of the job or something, that is relatable. And when you have more people getting highly trained, highly skilled, highly educated, then it will attract investors to come in, and we can generate income, profit, and enlarge our profit margin by leaps and bounds. We have to find ways of reducing low-skilled, low-educated people, even semi-skilled, semi-skilled, however you want to call it, and get people at an expert level. I remember some years ago when Neo came to Jamaica, he was looking for some dancers, and I felt bad. He could not find one. I don't know if maybe the people who are part of the NDTC or whatever it is, maybe they could not, maybe they never tried to audition, because I know that some of them are trained. I only use NDTC as the one that I know of. You have others, and I said, my God, I felt so bad. I said, wow, he could not have found one. And I know we have very good dancers here, but sometimes even watching some of the different dancing programs, or that maybe on the television, or you watch them live, when you look at foreigners, and I don't mean just the United States, but people outside, they take their craft seriously. They value their craft. Have you sat and just do a sort of, how do I put it, like you examine, dissect, when you're listening to people with the artistic talents, like singing, dancing, acting, and you look how the people outside of Jamaica do it versus how we do it here? It's almost like it is on par with the people who have low education. We don't take our craft and our education seriously in some cases. Or I probably can say generally, just a handful of people who will go far and decide that they're going to be highly skilled and highly trained. It is indicative of, even when you look at the comments that people will make on the different people's posts, you realize that there is little to no emotional intelligence. There is little to know IQ, which is intelligence quotient, meaning knowledge. It's like an airhead, and it follows suit in terms of their talents and skills and abilities. People who I see become very big, they're not so talented. So naturally, investors will not want to invest in our country. They will not want to invest because they will think it's dodo heads, mediocre, dunce bats, not so capable, not competent people who are here. So we will have revenue shortfall plus, corruption being the order of the day, mismanagement, misappropriation of funds, so many different things. But I'm calling the ones that will stick out like a sore thumb, like bad breath. So what, the government can do is look for the bright minds. They're bright minds. Just search the internet. I am one. Hello. Search for the bright minds. Find ways of getting them more skilled and trained and whatever is needed, so that investors will look on and say, wow, what a country filled. If Singapore can do it, we can. But don't hit the public sector workers' pockets. They need, as a matter of fact, they need more. So you need to invest more in human resource. Human resource. We cannot do without each other. God deliberately designed us that way, where we cannot do without each other. So the people that you see coming and tell you that you don't need any friend, lies. You do need a friend. I need a friend and you need a friend. The ones who say you need a friend, but it's only God. No, that is not biblical. That is not true. God is most important. I'll agree with that. But you need people. You need friends. You need friends. You do. That's how God designed us. See here? And if you consider yourself good and a loyal one and a devoted one, you're not the only loyal and devoted one. It was like Elijah when he said, God, there are no godly people, no, none. The godly man ceaseth. God said, excuse you? Hello? I have 70 and more prophets out there doing my work. He was flabbergasted. So don't feel you're the only good one. I know you one alone make it here. So I'm saying that to say all of this. Humans are important. Invest in them. I really want to go back and do my PhD, so you can pay for that. And not only just that, if you want me to go into an area that is communication is needed, because this country lacks communication and customer service. Oh gosh, I would love an investment where that is concerned. We struggle with these things. The customer service is a little to none. Like I stopped somewhere today waiting patiently because there were people in front of me, and like the start first, like I'm like, you know what, Toni, and ignore that. Just know that they really do not know better. Not to say you can't guide them, but these days you can't tell people the truth. You can't guide anybody using soft language. If I say, the next time you see some people take it personal, you can't, because maybe not appropriate, not time, the time is off. So many different things, but there's so many ways to invest in our people. They're gifted people. They're people with potentialities who need a jump start to key in the potentiality, because if it's stuck at potentiality, it's like nothing. It's like dung, like zero. So invest in the people, government officials, Minister of Finance, and so on. Don't hit the people's pocket with it. They need more in their pockets. Like us, we need more in our pockets. And they have a saying that reward sweetens labor. Maybe some of us had got that 100%, 200%, 300%. Trust me, you'd have seen the economy shoot through the roof for the better. Because people, Lord, they probably could go work all on Saturday and Sunday without asking for overtime, because their pay is commensurate with their knowledge, with their skills, with their competencies, with their abilities. Right? And talents. It is commensurate, so it matches where they're at, and they feel satisfied, and they say, you know what, I have to be fair. This is a fair salary. This is a fair salary. This is a good salary I'm getting, and benefits. I'm treated like Queen Esther. I'm treated like Queen Esther. So invest in the people. Invest in us. And then you will start to see things slowly picking up, and we can become a country like Singapore. Human resource. Invest in us. Guys, follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this message. Send me a like.